and today we are going to be starting a new venture with season 2. That is, we're going to be starting CheckTech. Welcome to CheckTech episode 1. Here we check out all kinds of tech with season 2. So what have we got today? We've got one of the best lineups ever in iPhone. We've got one of the best phones. We've got the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Is it true to the name? Is it worth the money? That's what we're going to find out today. So guys, let's now look at the specification of this iPhone 11 Pro Max. It comes with 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage, the one I'm holding right now. It's in a moonlight green color, and you've got several other colors as well to match your aesthetic capabilities of whichever color you want. Also, I've got the special grip case on it so that in case it falls, it doesn't give me a heart attack, if you know what I mean. Now moving on from sarcasm, you get a 60 Hz refresh rate, which is not that great because you get 120 Hz on the OnePlus 8 Pro and even on the S20 Ultra, which at this price I would have expected. So looking on the display is a Super Retina XDR display and it's quite good. When I raise the brightness from the control center, it comes out to be pretty good. The battery is a 3969 mAh battery, lasts around 1 day. Seems less compared to the competition, but yes, from Apple's battery optimization, you do get a higher battery storage. Thus, battery will last you well. Now let's look at the cameras. At this spec, if you look at the S20 Ultra, I really can't say anything because the S20 Ultra's camera capsule is absolutely humongous with 100x space zoom. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about the iPhone 11 Pro, which is in its competition. You get a 3 camera layout with the LiDAR scanner as well, and it's a 12 plus 12 plus 12 MP camera. So the photos are quite good. I'll show you them later. And we're going to be comparing this with a phone that is not in this range, not at all close to this range, but the camera quality, as in the paper, is better than this because it's a 12 plus 12 plus 12 3 camera array. That phone has a 4 camera array. You will have to guess that in the giveaway section. I'll be also putting some more hints below. Now, when you look at this, you can trigger control center by just pulling down from the right side. You've got the notch as always on the iPhone. Here you've got a single 12 MP camera. This has also got Face ID. Now, some of you might not like Face ID. Some of you might just like Touch ID, but well, here you have no option. You have Face ID. Talking about Face ID, I have used it, and Face ID is a pretty good feature. I really like it a lot because it's got 3D face scanning. OnePlus 8 Pro has got face scanning and so has the S20 Ultra, but they're all 2D face scanners and this 3D face scanning, and that's why I absolutely love this face scanning because it scans your entire face and it's much quicker than anything else. Whereas the S20 Ultra and the OnePlus 8 Pro do have fingerprint scanners and they work quite as well as this, but this is the most seamless option I find here. Now moving on to various security. This runs on iOS 13 and most of you might have been watching the WWDC happening right now. We're on day 5. We've done day 5 and WWDC is over now. But well, this is still running on iOS 13. It will come soon. Now, one of the major things why you want to buy an Apple device, if you're going to be shifting ecosystems, for example, you're an Android, you need to get to app. I suggest why is it good to shift ecosystem? It's because once you buy an Apple device, it retains itself for 5 years and resale value is quite high as well. If you see, iOS 14 is going to be coming to also the iPhone SE, which was released more than 5 years back. And the same way, if you buy an Android, that will last maximum of 3 to 4 years because you will not get any more software updates after that. Whereas even the iPhone SE that was launched more than 5 years back will get iOS 14 and so will this soon. I'm looking forward to that update and I will make a video on iOS 14 and how will it be. As I already mentioned, this is running iOS 13 and iOS 14 has a lot of more feature which will be in a separate video. This has got Apple Music well, but you have to subscribe again. Now, the processor. What is it that runs this machine so well? Can it process games well? Can it do it as well as the S20 Ultra? Coming on to the S20 Ultra, this is a bit of a controversy. If you don't want to watch this, just skip 20 seconds ahead. The Samsung S20 Ultra is sold with an Exynos processor in India and it is sold with a Snapdragon processor in other countries as well. But whereas I would suggest that don't go for the Exynos version, because the Exynos version heats up a lot and it's not that good as well. So try and get for the Snapdragon one, not the Exynos one. That's what I would recommend. Coming with an A13 Bionic chip. This is a revolutionary chip. It's quite good. It gets AR kit as well. Now, moving on to the structural build quality, let's look at it. Built out of aluminium and one sheet of glass, this is a very good structure. It comes with an IP68 rating and can be underwater for 2 meters 30 minutes. Now you can see here it's built out of one. The camera console design is however very polarizing. Some people don't like it, some people like it. It's very much different. Now you can see this color is quite good. It appeals to several people. It doesn't appeal to several. You can see this really good glass sheet Apple here. You've got 2 Dolby speaker support, lightning cable here over here. Well, you're going to be missing that aux jack because there's nothing. Now moving on to the screen, you can see the screen is very much fluid. I actually like it, although the 120 Hz screen would be much better. Here you also get the app store as well. And it's got many more apps. It's got over 1 million apps right now. So this is the video quality. What you're seeing right now is shot on the iPhone 11 Pro Max at HD quality. Are you liking this? Well, definitely. If you're liking this, well then you're gonna wanna go for it. Now let's move on to the next part, where we're gonna be looking for more features and the verdict. Give you my final verdict on this product. Is it worth switching an entire ecosystem for? Am I going to recommend it or not? Well, yes. It's very different because some people might want it, whereas some people may not. It's very much different for the type of people who want it, very much different. If you want privacy, if you want the peace of mind, if you want a great ecosystem to go with, and if you want one of the best processors ever, I would say you go for this. But again, then if your focus is on a big camera module, if your focus is on adaptability, you have to go for an Android. But I would say that if you're willing to go for the S20 Ultra just for the camera, I would absolutely suggest no. Because the S20 Ultra has a 100x zoom and that is not optical. The optical zoom is 5x to 6x and the readable zoom is 15x. So when you're going to be able to use only that much, why are you paying that much when you can get an iPhone? And when you're going to get an iPhone, you have a whole ecosystem. You have AirPods Pro, you have an Apple Watch, you have Apple Watch Nike Edition, you have Apple TV, then you have MacBook. All of this binds seamlessly to create what is known as one of the best ecosystems, Apple ecosystem. And with the new iOS 14, new macOS and various different things launched at WWDC 2020, we will have a much better, much more seamless Apple ecosystem this year. So for those who want to shift ecosystems and come into one of the best ecosystems in this world, I would suggest go for the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I will be leaving few links in the description below, and be sure to read the description because I'll be doing a giveaway of something soon. Till then, bye bye. I'll catch you in the next one.